me. This week we're going to take a look at a couple of ways that I go about recording and mixing guitars. Specifically, I'm working on a track for a client that is going to be made for live use, and one of the components of the brief is to create a live feel. As though she'll be playing with a live band. Obviously it'll all be tracked. So the idea is that there's going to be quite a lot of double tracked sort of funky guitar rhythmic parts kind of sitting in that 16th pocket, dagger, 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 dagger. So I'm going to walk you through a couple of ways in which I've gone about recording these multiple guitar tracks and why I've made certain decisions along the way. And then just a couple of mixing techniques that I'm using here to hopefully fulfill the criteria of getting as close to a live band feel, but obviously with it being a recorded production. So let's get into it. Okay, so first of all, every track that's in green that I've highlighted here is a guitar track, and it's broken down into 3 key parts. The rhythm, which has octave above and octave below written in the track, guitar wah left, guitar wah right, and then guitar lead right, guitar lead left. So the main part of the guitar orchestra, let's call it, is this 16th rhythm part here. So I'm going to play it a little bit for you just so you can get a vibe, but also I'll explain how I've gone about recording these and certain things that I've done. So I did a bit of bass and drum. So you can hear it's very much within that 16 sort of groove. These tracks were recorded on this Strat. Reason being, I want that single coil sort of getting close to Nile Rodgers' sound. What I did was I double tracked the same part effectively, and what I did was I went for a lower, darker sound using position 4, so we're combining neck and middle position, and I used some lower inversions on the fretboard, so I'm working in a slightly lower octave on the instrument. So that's this part we're hearing here. I was also, as well, thinking about what pick choice that I'm using. So I'm using this Dava pick. It's a thin gauge, but fairly medium. It's not too thin. So there's a little bit of a harsher attack when I want to dig in on the strings. So to complement that, when I'm double tracking it, I don't want the exact same thing necessarily. I kind of want some separation within the 2 parts that are doing the same job. Because then what you can try and do in the mix down is start to blend them sounds together, and it creates a little bit more of a fullness within the stereo field. So it starts to fill out a little bit more space. So what I did with the other part with the dual track was I went down to position 2, which I'm now using bridge and middle position. Naturally, because of that, you get a brighter sound because you're using that bridge pickup. I was also using higher inversions on the fretboard, so I was working really an octave above the other track, and I even changed the pick as well. So I was going to this flow, which is a little bit heavier than the Dava. So again, that would help me just with that pick attack, just dig in a little bit more. And again, it gives me that sort of timbral variety. It changes up the characteristic of the part that I'm playing, even though it's effectively doing the same job. have it, a little bit of an insight into how I go about writing, tracking multiple rhythm guitar tracks. Please hit that subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and hey, comment below, give me some ideas in terms of how you go about recording your guitar parts, especially like any rhythm techniques that you use to really create a full and colorful mix when it comes to multiple rhythm parts and keeping that stereo width very much alive. So thank you very much from Guitar with Adam HQ. I'll catch you on the next one, and then just to see us out, let's hear the final mix.